Hello, it's that time again. Another bridge tip. Today, we're going to be talking about defense and something that we don't think of using too often, where the winning play might be to rough your partner's good trick. Hey, what's that all about? Usually, that makes our partners very unhappy. Let's talk about it. Okay. Defense is the hardest part of the game. As always, in all of my lessons, I tell you that each hand is a puzzle with an abundance of clues. Use those clues. Use the clues to win the defense in this particular case. If you are a good defender, it's almost impossible to be a losing player. More tricks are dropped on defense than on bidding and play combined. So, this is a big hint that we don't always do. If you know the right defense, do it. Don't hope that partner will get it right. If you know it, do it. Make a plan. Just like in play of the hand, for defense, you make a plan. You listen to the auction, you look at partner's leads, you look at the dummy. Many defensive decisions, believe it or not, occur at trick one or two, or maybe three. Think bridge. Don't just toss cards. Think bridge. Let's take a look at what I'm talking about. Okay. Most of the time, we get upset and make faces when partner roughs our good ace or another one of our good tricks. Don't frown. We are going to look at examples of when doing so might be the only winning defense. A good defender looks for ways to make the defense easy on partner. I always say if you could do sledgehammer defense, do it. Don't make partner think. Might be on board 24 and they're tired. Okay, let's look at the first example. We're going to look at the auction. North opened a club and South bid a spade, and North rebid two no, South bid three spades, and they ended up in four spades. Okay? So you are east. The opponents arrive in four spades, and your favorite partner, the one that's across the table from you that day, leads out the ace and the king of diamonds, and then the queen. You play standard carding and you showed a doubleton. What card do you play on the third diamond? So they're in four spades. You have to have your eye on the prize. What is that prize? Think about it. And what card do you play on the third diamond? Okay. Here, you East have control over your fate on whether or not you're going to set this contract or not. You need four tricks. Remember, they're in four, so your eye on the prize is you need four tricks to defeat the enemy. It looks like you have three diamonds and one heart. Easy peasy. But only if, after the third diamond cashes, that your partner's alert and switches to the right suit. You can take a look at the dummy. The hearts and the clubs are almost the same. If he doesn't switch to the heart, then they're going to make the contract because the heart is going to go away on the clubs. So why wait for your partner to get it right when you can do it? Okay, so let's see. Let us take a look at roughing your partner's good queen of diamonds. If you rough it and cash your ace of hearts, you set the contract. It doesn't cost you anything. Your little spade, you do have four of them, but they're not that useful, except in this situation. So if you know the right defense to set the contract, do it. Your partner will be thankful that you roughed his good trick. Okay. Here again, we have an auction where it's gone pass, and south bid a heart, and west bid two no trump. So let's think about what the two no trump bid means. Think to yourself. Most people would play that as they have the two or lower unbid suits. Okay. So that in this particular case, that would be the minors. And North bid four clubs, which was a splinter, promising heart support, at least four. Okay. Again, you're east. Okay. So partner leads the ace of spades and then switches to the ace king of diamonds. What card do you play on the king of diamonds? You have a choice because you have a singleton. Drum roll, please. Hopefully, you might get it right because you've listened to the topic. Da 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 da. What do you do? Okay. Since partners to know promise the minors, it's very logical to play his ace of spades as a singleton spade. Why is he sitting there leading the spade? We don't know. You should know. It's going to be a singleton. He didn't continue the suit. He switched now to the ace king of diamonds. So when he switches to the ace king of diamonds, do you have your eye on the prize? How many tricks do you need to defeat the contract? You need how many? Four. They're in four hearts, right? So on the second diamond, you rough. You rough your partner's good king of diamonds, and what do? You return a spade for him to rough. Now you're going to set the contract. If you don't rough his trick, they're going to make it. But you came to this lesson, so I hope for sure you're going to get it right. You see how easy that was? I bet it wouldn't be easy for you at the table to do that. But think about it. It's probably a singleton spade. So you can take one spade trick to start with, the first trick that's led, and two diamonds and a spade rough. But you really can't afford not to rough. Isn't that funny? You can't afford not to rough the second diamond. It doesn't matter, right? Still a trick. Okay, now the last one I'm going to show you and not ask you. We're going to take a look at it. Again, you're east. And here you have a very, very, very sad hand. But you could be the hero on this hand with thoughtful defense. By now, you should know to rough your partner's good tricks because the lesson tells you to. I want you to know to do it when it's not the title of the lesson. Okay. So let's think about it. Your partner had bid hearts in this auction. I forgot to put the auction in, but it went one spade, two hearts, and they got to four spades. And your partner, who bid two hearts, I'm letting you know that, led the ace of hearts. Okay? They looked at the dummy and now continued with the king of hearts. Now you're looking at the right thing to do because I put the whole hand up. But I want you to think about if you're sitting east and you know your partner has an opening hand. Most of the time, if it goes a spade, two hearts, and they bid, actually, it went one spade, two hearts, three hearts, showing a limit raise, and they ended up in four spades. So your partner is close to having an opening hand or better, right? When they bid two hearts freely. Okay. So your partner has some outside cards other than hearts. And obviously, after the king of hearts is played, you see the queen of hearts. So he's got 7 points that you can see. And they ended up in spades, and they have a 9 card spade fit. So, and you have three, so you have to think about it. Think about the auction, think about the clues. So the clues tell you that he probably doesn't have too many points in spades. So his opening hand has to come from either a diamond cards or club cards. Now, if he has the ace of diamonds, he's always going to get that trick. If he has the ace of clubs, he's always going to get that trick. So if he has the ace of clubs and the ace of diamonds and you can cash 2 hearts, then you're going to set the contract. However, if he doesn't have both of the aces, but let's say he has the ace of diamonds and the king of clubs, or the ace queen of clubs, which is the case in this particular hand, it's important for you not to end play or let your partner be end played. So let's say he had the ace of diamonds and the king of clubs. On the second heart trick, you can ruff and lead back a club. Now, I would lead back the 9 of clubs to say I have no interest in this suit at all. But you can help partner. Your lousy hand can help him. So, and if he had the king of clubs, if you switch to it, and the ace of diamonds, before he can pitch anything away on the diamond suit, he's going to be able to set the contract. In this particular case, he has the ace and the queen of clubs instead. And if you don't ruff your partner's good trick and lead a club, guess what? Game over, they make it, and you are no longer the hero. So it costs you nothing to ruff your partner's good heart and return a club for him. You're going to find more people wanting to play with you if you find this good defense. Okay, so you see, sometimes if you think bridge and don't toss cards, and you think about the prize, how many tricks you need, and make a plan to set the enemy, you're going to be the most wanted partner in the room. Okay, I hope you had fun with roughing partners' good tricks. If you have any other questions or any other topics that you would like information on, please send me an email and I'll be happy to accommodate you. Okay, until next time, have a good bridge day.